Hey, Julie. How are ya?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to my kitchen.
Thank you.
I'm really glad that we're talking today. Now that we have all sort of settled into, or I should say, maybe resigned ourselves to these remote working environments, I'm really kind of grateful for the opportunity that it's giving us to have these really creative conversations with our clients around, what they're doing to respond to what I think that we expect to be a much more competitive environment, both in the short term and the long term. We were on a call last week, I think you were on it too, that our partners in Acritas provided a state of the market after their survey of global large law firms last week, which was post COVID-19. And responses were really interesting, but GCs expressed that they really want relevant mission critical information to prioritize decision making now. And they were saying that they really need law firms to be accessible, to demonstrate flexibility, and to really utilize technology to help the effort to work differently. And obviously, this made me think of what we were going to be speaking about today with respect to document automation as a really creative way to leverage technology in a way to support client services and efficiencies. So I was hoping you could just kind of talk to me about a couple of the ways that you think that Contract Express can help immediately. And if you have any customers that you're working with that are using Contract Express in a creative way for their COVID-19 response.
Yeah. So let me go ahead actually and just share my screen with you, because I just have a few slides that kind of talk to what I'm seeing and truthfully what I'm not surprised that I'm seeing, because I think that document automation in particular is well suited to times like these, fortunately and unfortunately. So just kind of the main points that I would bring up in what I think firms should be thinking about are: how can you use automation internally to eliminate the need for the physical files, which obviously we can't get to right now. We have firms that are using automation to layer on workflow on top of just being able to generate a document, but being able to send the documents easily as part of their workflow for approval. So attorneys, where the associates or the paralegals are drafting something and it's easily routed to partners for approval. Mm-hmm. We're also seeing lots of firms that are trying to come up with ways to really stay focused in terms of how they're interacting with their clients and to think of new ways to interact with their clients right now. So I've seen a number of firms that are putting out COVID-specific emails, blogs, hubs of information. And one of the things that firms can be thinking about is, can that information that you're making top of mind for your client, is it something that you can also automate a document for your client? So whether it's something that's personal, like automating a will or a healthcare proxy, or if it's something that's larger, like automating an incorporation package for businesses in this time that still want to get up and running, startups that are specific to the climate, or want to continue the work but maybe don't have the startup capital right now to invest in the relationship with the firm now, but potentially will down the road. Mm-hmm. But the number one thing that I think is something that firms can be doing is easily sharing questionnaires with existing clients so that they can get information from that client when the client is available. I don't know about you, but I'm homeschooling. Mm-hmm. I'm sharing all of my different workspaces with my mom and my husband and my daughter. So I need to be able to work when I can work right now, which is a little bit different from my usual workflow. So with that, what we're able to help firms do is to easily send a link out to their client saying, hey, can you just fill out this piece of information? And it doesn't matter what the underlying document is. So the document can be corporate, it can be estates, it can be something as simple as onboarding laterals who you're in the process of bringing into your firm right now with getting HR information from them. They'll get a link, it's mobile friendly, and they can send that back internally to the firm when they're done with it. And the firm can review also when they're able to. And it really just looks like this. It's an invite that goes out via email and will give someone access to Contract Express. And it's something that we can help firms to set up, that we can demo for firms. It's something that's not new technology, it's proven. So it's something that I think firms can rely on right now.
And it seems like we've had some pretty positive response to this so far, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are firms that have Contract Express that have said, what are new ways that we can leverage that? And there are firms that are still talking to us going, you know, right now we're home, we can learn to use this technology. We're sort of captive in our environment. So can you help me to be more efficient and then reap the benefits of that even when I'm back in the office? Because what's great about automation is that it's all, you know, tied to your computer. It's done through the web, and we can help firms to do that on premise or thinking long term, really moving that to the cloud. So lots of different considerations there.
And with so much pressure to just be so much more efficient, I mean, not just the, you know, GC pressure, but just competitively across the board, it seems like this was the route that a lot of firms were going anyway, it seemed, at least in the conversations that we've been having over the last 18 months or so, or 2 years. But, you know, it just seems like this is an opportunity to accelerate that, and that.
Yeah, for sure. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are other things that they can do to integrate existing systems, integrate existing data that they're already using. And those are conversations that we'd love to have to help firms be as competitive as possible right now.
Awesome. That's great. Well, we'll definitely, you know, be reaching out to our customers and making sure that they know that they can lean on us for this, and that we can kind of help through this time in creative ways. That's great. Thanks, Julie.
Bye.